Hello, everybody. This is Brother Speak of the Brother Speak podcast. Um, I'm having a little heavy heart today. Um, so last night, um, I got a text. Well, first I got a phone call from my ex mother-in-law, and I thought it was weird because she never really called me in the middle of the night. If she gonna call me, is probably during the day. So she wanted to talk to me about my ex, and I said okay, maybe because she didn't really say why. So I figured okay, maybe she's in the hospital or something like that. So um, I'll call her back in the morning because it's 12 o'clock at night. They usually sleep. So I'm playing my game and everything, and um, then I look at my text again. I looked at my text and she said, "Well, she passed away. I'm sorry to inform you, she passed away." So I call her and I find out apparently she passed away in the sleep. Um, so you know, uh, they're gonna make their arrangements and let me know what's going on, and you know, I was hurt. I'm not gonna lie, because still love her to this day, and I just took for granted that she's gonna be there. I will see her maybe once, twice a month. Um, you know, t- you see how she doing, check in on her mom and everything. If they need something, I mean, I just recently got them a TV. They didn't have a TV. I recently got one, and just checking in. You know, and I just how life goes. You working, you're doing your own thing, and you forget that you might need to check in. I got time. I'll see you next week, or I'll see you next week, and then that week turns into 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks turn into a month, and you know, I'll see her. And I'm thinking about Thanksgiving. I'm like, yo, well, definitely gonna see her Thanksgiving because I always go by there. But that's not gonna be the case. And after I had the conversation with my ex mother in law, I went to sleep. And then I got up and I'm like, okay, maybe that was a dream. And I thought about that. I'm like, okay, maybe that was a dream. And then I looked at the text again and I saw the text. That's when I know it wasn't a dream. It's reality. And, you know, I I still love her to this day. She's still one of my friends, and I still remember like we would have like even though we see each other, we would have long conversations, even on the phone, or I'll go over to her apartment with her mom and spend the night, and we sit back, play video games, look at anime, look at her favorite shows, the ones I can tolerate, and just talk about life and everything. And you know, um, she would give me encouraging words, even with our history. Uh, she would say that you need any help with anything, and I'd tell her, no, I'm okay. And do you need help with anything? Because again, she was she's been ill for a long time. And she couldn't walk for a while. Then she had some feeling back in the leg where she can get into a wheelchair without being in screaming pain. Hey, Conscious, how you doing? Um, so, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe she's getting better, and she'll be able to walk again and be able to continue her career because she was in art. She was teaching art, teaching children how to paint, and I thought that maybe she get better, and or because I know her parents are getting older, and her mom's in about to be 70, her father's in his early 70s, and he both of them have health issues, not like real major, but you know she got high blood pressure, he has diabetes, and just I I kind of saw that maybe some way that I'm going to end up taking care of her, which is why I kind of pushed for getting the house and trying to get the house that I'm still trying to do now. Hey, because just in case she need a place, because you never know with the family. Both her older brothers, two of her older brothers are married, and one is not married, but he's trying to find his way. So I thought that maybe somehow that end up she'll end up staying with me and I'll be taking care of her again. But I guess that's not to be. And you know, and the thing that saddens me, like I thought I had more time, you know, and you know, I kind of blew it off and stuff like that. Now, yeah, feel very like regretful of that. And it's still fresh, and it's something that I sent a text to my brother, and he said, "You're gonna be okay," and I said, "Well, I will be. I will be, but this is just something I wasn't expecting. Even with her health condition, I wasn't expecting this to happen. So, um, just the only advice I can give to people, like, never think you have more time with a friend or a loved one. Never think that, because I know we get caught up in work life. I know now we're getting caught up in social media, and some of us are getting into this gender war bullshit, which is really, let's keep it real, it's bullshit. There are bigger things out here than this shit, arguing with random chicks, random dudes online. But don't ever think you don't that you never think that you have more time with a loved one or friend than you do, because you never know what might happen. They might pass away in their sleep. They could be appearing healthy as ever. The human body is a mysterious thing. You can have a blood clot go to your brain, next thing you're gone. I mean, we had issues with COVID, and people who were otherwise healthy, they get the COVID and they gone. Just last year we had a warden just recently came and he passed away. I've had coworkers that died in car accidents. Never saw it coming. So just never think that you have more time with a loved one and a friend than you think, because you never know what might happen. If you have something to say, even your ex, if there's some issues that you haven't resolved, try to resolve it. So you don't have to have any lingering regrets that you might have by not saying something. And so I'm just thinking about that, and thinking about what could have been, and at the end of the day, I do think she's in a better place. Um, she ain't got to be stuck in a bed anymore, and looking at life pass by. I know she was peaceful, but I knew they had to eat at her at times. So she don't have to go through that no more. But it's still painful, and it's still thinking like, man, you know, I wish I would have had more time. Wish I would have saw her one more time before this happened. But you know, that's on me because I got too lax and um, thinking I had the time. And that's one thing as much as we want to say we have time, you never know. So please make sure if you have a friend, you have a loved one, spend as much time as you can with them. Let them know how you truly feel about them. Any issues that you have, hell, with an ex, make sure you resolve it. You don't want to be out here like, man, I wish I told him this. I wish I would have told him that. I wish I didn't have that last argument with him. Because you don't know. You get that call in the middle of the night or that text saying they passed, and now like the things that you might have want to said, you didn't get to say. And now, are you sure that they loved you, or they cared about you? You know, were they at peace? Were they still upset about something? All that goes through your head, like it's going through my head now. And my ex mother-in-law, she was like, you know, um, she loved you. She knows she cared about you. She wants you to do your best, and there's some comfort in that. And I still remember the last conversation we had before she went away, and I told her I wanted her to get better. Um, you know, it, so there is that. Um, so I can't say that we left on bad terms. I mean that we was arguing, and that was just this big blow up or something. But it's just some things that I wish that could have went differently, and there's some things I thought it would go a certain way and it didn't. But as always happens when you lose a loved one and a friend, and so my thing is with this live stream, other than just get some of my feelings out, um, never think you have more time with a loved one or friend than you do. Make sure that you spend as much time as you can. Make sure they understand that you care. Make sure that a loved one knows that you care. And so that there's no lingering doubt in your mind that they think that you didn't. If you have arguments, settle it as much as you can. And hey, or at least try, because you know some people they don't want to settle it, but at least you made the effort, and that's the best you can get. You know. So anyway, I'm just gonna get up out of here. I just wanted to put that out there, and just say some things, that some of the feelings I have. Anyway, if you listen, thank you, and just take what I'm saying as just advice. Um, Make sure your loved ones, your friends know that you care, so you don't have these lingering regrets. So, with that, I'm out. Thank you, Conscious One, coming through. Um, this Press Speak of the Press Speak podcast. Y'all have a good one. Peace.